Hey guys, it's Meg Donnelly, and I am so excited to be hosting a Radio Disney Instagram Live. It's going to be incredible. I don't know if I can fill Candace and Morgan's shoes, but we're going to try our best. I'm going to be interviewing George, Reese, and Blake from the New Hope Club about their new song, Worse, and their new music video, Worse, more importantly. So if you guys haven't seen it, hashtag Worse music video. It's incredible. And I had the honor of being in it too, actually. I wore like a little purple hat. And you've seen me. But it was so much fun. And then I'm also talking to Bailey Madison, who also directed the music video and also started the music video. And it was her first time directing, female directors, let's go. So I'm really excited to talk to her as well. And then also Maria Canals Barrera and Bart Johnson and Roblyn Lively. If you're not familiar, you 100% are familiar, but I'm just going to remind you that Maria played Mrs. Russo in Wizards of Waverly Place and Mrs. Torres in Camp Rock 1 and 2. So she basically is the mother of our childhood. And then Bart Johnson played Coach Bolton, all right, in the High School Musical 1, 2, and 3. I said the High School Musical, all right? So he is the father of our childhood. So basically, it's going to be an incredible honor. I already met them. They're so incredibly nice. Let's get into it. First, I'm going to be talking to George. I don't know if he's on, if he's going, wait. Oh, there he is. Okay, so first, it's going to be incredible. Everyone in the New Hope Club is the best. Like, hey.
Hello. You
How
okay?
are you?
I'm very good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. How have
Yeah,
you
good.
been?
Yeah, good. I've been keeping myself busy, been, writing loads of songs, just sort of chilling, taking every day as it comes. How about you?
Oh, of course. Yeah, me too. I feel like that's all you can do. You
I
know?
know. I try not to think too far ahead. I just sort of like wake up and like, oh, what am I going to do today? And I'm like, okay,
Exactly.
cool, I'll do that.
Yeah, because when you start thinking ahead, that's when
hmm
you get like, ah, so you need
Yeah,
to like live in the moment.
exactly.
Totally.
That's literally what I've been trying to do, yeah, for sure.
Good, great. Okay, let's get into the questions about
Okay,
Worse.
yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so how does it feel to have Worse being released and out there in the public for everyone to hear?
It's honestly, it's one of my favorites. It's one of my favorites, if not my favorite song we've ever done. I've just like ever since first heard it, like it's been such one of those songs where I've like I just want to release it now.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those ones you just want to get it out. But yeah, I cannot wait to like actually play it live. I cannot wait to out on tour and see how it goes down live because I feel like it's gonna kick off when we play it live. So I'm
Yeah,
super excited for that. But yeah, obviously like the music video is incredible as well. It's like my favorite music video. And I think Blake and Bailey both smashed that. It looks so cool, and you're in it. You kill it as well.
yeah.
Like, one of my first shots, like one of the only shots where I was actually like behind the camera, I could see like the screen.
Mhm.
Was with the bit where you was in between Blake and Bailey, and you sort of
Yeah,
like did like the look
yeah,
to each side of them. I was like, that's sick. Like that's so cool. That was like one of my favorite shots. I just thought it was so cool the way you just sort of like hid behind the clipboard. That was so cool. I love that.
thanks. Yeah. Okay, so this kind of goes into my next question. I feel like
That's cool.
that's cool that yeah. Where do you think you guys will put your new song Worse into your set
Oh, where?
when you perform? Yeah.
Ooh,
Kind
I
of a
don't
tough
know
question.
actually. Probably like a little bit like after like a slow song. Like if we played like "Give Me
Mhm.
Time" off our album, just like an
Yeah.
acoustic driven one,
Mhm.
and then you just start it with like that, and it just kicks. Like it just like comes in that chorus, just so like
Yeah,
beautiful. So
I
I think
totally.
like picking it back up,
Yeah.
Um, but I mean, tours like hopefully obviously later on in the year, so we'll have to figure it out when it comes closer to the time.
Oh, for sure. There's
For sure,
there's time for that. Um,
yeah.
okay, so what is the best moment that happened on the music video? Like when you guys were filming?
I loved when we put like the wigs on for the first time,
Yeah.
and we all sort of like just walked out onto set in like these outfits, and we had like the little pedestals that we stood on, and it all looked very very cool. Like my most embarrassing moment, which is definitely not my favorite, was like the first little bit in the acting bit. I messed up like the second take. We only did 3 takes because we only really had time for 3 takes, And I did the first one. I was like, oh, wow, I've got my lines right. I've never really acted before. I was like, oh my god, I've got my lines right. This is great. And then the second time around, I sort of was like, okay, I've got this. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm confident now. I've got this. So I pat Blake on the back. I'm like, oh, hi Blake, you alright? Have you got everything? And then I go, oh, I'm sorry, guys. I completely forgot. That was like, honestly,
That's
my
so
heart
funny.
dropped.
That's
that
the
was one of
worst
my
feeling when
moments.
you black out and you're like, I literally
Mhm.
have nothing. Like, I can't even try to save myself.
Mhm.
I totally
I
feel.
like that was like so horrible because obviously that whole like first bit was like one take.
Mm-hmm.
So like
Yeah.
it was already like a minute before I came in, and then I was like, I just stood there. I was like, no. I was like, oh. And then I was even more nervous about the next take. Then I was just so scared.
Oh, those are the worst. Like,
Mhm.
seriously. Oh, worst.
Yeah,
Okay.
I didn't
So,
even
but
get
we
that.
also celebrated your birthday
Yeah, it was my
on
21st
set,
birthday.
and that
That
was
was
so
so
fun.
like surprised. I was so surprised by that. It was
I
crazy.
know. It was so cute. And also, was it weird being filmed by Bailey since she's like a friend and then she also was like a director at the same time?
Yeah, I mean, she was obviously like we're really good friends with Bailey, obviously.
Yeah.
But she still felt like a friend when she was directing. She wasn't like too mean. She was very
I
like
know.
positive and like
Yeah.
So I was happy she didn't just like switch and just be like, "What are you doing?" I'd be like,
That would
"Oh
have
my
been
god!"
hilarious. I would have
Pardon?
started laughing. And what was it like seeing the first cut of the music video? Like when you first saw it, like what was your first reaction? I mean, you just said it was your favorite music video, but like,
So the first cut it was actually on my birthday. We all came to the hotel that I was staying at, and we watched it in the room. We ordered up. It took like half an hour to get HDMI cable sent up from like from the lobby to the room, and we eventually got it all working. We got the sound going, and then we watched it. We sat down and we watched it, and it was just so cool. Like I remember when like they came up with the idea and they brought it to us, and it sounded so cool, and to see it like actually come to like. Like onto like a screen and stuff. It was so cool to see that sort of like transition. So I think they really did smash it, and it looks very cool. I just love like the pops of colors, like especially when it comes out of black and white. It's like 70s, it just goes to like that golden tone. I think
yeah,
it looks so cool.
that's awesome. And then okay, this is just like a random crazy question. Pick one person to be in the quarantine with, like that you don't know, like literally anybody, dead or alive, and like why would you pick them? Also at a safe distance, obviously, in the
Obviously
little
6 feet
6 feet
apart.
distance, yeah.
I'll choose John Lennon. That would be very cool.
Why did I feel like I knew you were gonna say that?
Well, hang on, I'll show you this. This is up on my wall. The boys got me this for my birthday, like a couple of years ago. It's like
So
cool.
that's
I'm tempted to put it back up now, but I'm gonna smash it if I do that. So, but yeah, I think that'd be so cool to just that'd be pretty sick.
I feel like the first time I met you, we bonded over the Beatles. Because you were playing the Beatles like all the time on your guitar in between everything. That's insane.
Yeah, literally.
But that's so cool.
My room is like a shrine to the Beatles. Like sort of every wall you look at, there's something. I've got loads of stuff just like down in the corner that I've not hung up yet. I've got like I've got like a book. I've got loads of vinyls. I've got that on my wall. So it's like I'm like a bit obsessed. But I mean, there's no better band really to sort of.
Seriously. Oh, 100%. Okay, so last question, final question that I'm going to be asking everybody. What was your favorite decade that you were in the music video?
I'm going to say I love the 90s because I sort of just got to like not do anything like in a music video when you do like a performance shot. Like in most music videos, you have to sort of like give it, like you've got to like make it sort of like like
totally, yeah.
But for that one, I literally just did what like Noel Gallagher would do, and I just sort of just stood there and just like chewed gum and just play guitar. So it was really cool to just be able to not do what I would actually do at that point, and like actually perform a song. I just sort of just stood there and played it. So I thought that was definitely very cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's kind of what the 90s about, is they're just chilling and they're like, yo, whatever. That's like, so sick. That's awesome. Cool. Great. Perfect. Well, thank you. for,
Thank you very much. Thank you,
of
Meg.
course.
Lovely to see you again.
Lovely to
Stay
see
safe.
you too. Thank you.
I'll,
You too. I hope to
I'll
see you
drop off.
soon.
Yeah, see you soon, hopefully. Yeah, stay safe. Thank you very much. Bye,
Of
guys.
course.
As well.
Thanks for talking.
No problem. See you soon. Bye. Leave.
Oh, that was awesome. Okay, so now we're going to interview Reese next. Let me see if I can find him. He should come up anytime soon. If I ever see your face again, that will be hard. If I ever see your face again, that will be worse, worse, worse. When you say worse, you have to say it with a British accent. Worse, worse, worse. Okay, well, I don't see Reese anywhere on the requests. But that is okay. They keep coming up on the request, but that's okay. You know, we're gonna keep going. Oh, is he here? If you want to, hey Reese, if you want to request being in the music video, in the music video, in the live. So, oh, okay, there we go. Here is Reese, everybody. Reese.
I'm so very sorry.
Hey.
I'm a bit of a granddad.
You're fine. It's so hard to understand
my
everything.
Goodness, I couldn't
especially
figure it out.
Lives. I don't know
I
how.
could not figure that out. How you doing?
You're good. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Nice to see you again.
Good. Nice to see
How's
you too.
quarantine?
It's good. As good as it could be. How about you?
Yeah.
How is it for you? Good?
It's alright. It's boring. You know, just getting through, plodding along.
One day at a time.
Yeah.
Well, I saw that you got a new puppy, Betty.
Oh,
and I want to know everything about her.
So Betty is the OG. Betty is my puggle. But she got a new brother called Bobby. It's very confusing. There's Betty, there's Bobby. Bobby's
Betty and Bobby.
very
Okay,
young.
okay.
He bites a lot.
Sorry.
With razor
bites
sharp
a lot?
teeth. Yes, but he's teething. His teeth are coming through. He does a lot of wheeze in the house, but we love him. You know.
When did you get him?
Like probably right at the start of quarantine, just before all the craziness happened.
Amazing. So has it been fun?
Someone
to
will bring him. Someone will bring him because they'll be watching this. So they'll bring him.
Yay!
You ready? You get to say hi.
Bobby!
Let's hope he doesn't say it. Oh.
I'm so excited.
Here he is.
Oh my god.
This is Bobby.
Hi, Bobby.
Say hello.
I think Bobby is the best name for a dog I've ever heard in my life.
There he is.
Oh my god. I'm so jealous that he's your quarantine buddy. Oh my god.
Yeah, he is. He's been a quarantine savior. Quarantine pup.
Oh my god. How old is he?
10 weeks. I didn't even get help from that.
That's incredible. Okay, now getting into Worse. I feel like this is a burning question for everyone. What is the song Worse about?
Ooh, Worse is about it's obviously the end of a relationship, and you're saying if we never see each other again, then that would be hard. But if I was ever to see you with another guy or with a certain guy, that that'd be a lot worse. And I think that is pretty true for a lot of relationships. You know, whether it's an ex that's like lingering or whatever. I think it's pretty relatable.
Yeah, 100%. Incredible. Okay. What was your favorite part about filming the music video?
it was just so fun. Like when Blake and Bailey came to us with the idea, we were just like blown away because it was literally like it's kind of like a film in a lot of ways that our music videos haven't been. Like we've never had like a talking scene and like acting and all
Yeah.
these cool ideas. It was just really cool, and I just remember being really excited to do the different eras and like play out all the different like fantasies that we've had of like being Oasis and like being Queen. We were just so excited to do it. And then it came to like the putting the wigs on and trying all the outfits on. It was just, yeah, it was just very exciting.
That's awesome. And then also, I heard that you and your sister created a TikTok dance to Worse.
Oh yes,
The
yeah.
hashtag Worse dance.
Yes, that is. You need to try it. She'll be buzzing. My sister will love that if you do it. It's pretty simple. But she made this dance that's like it acts out all the words. I'm not going to do it right now because I'm not going to embarrass myself. But you can watch the video after and you can teach yourself it. Okay.
Okay, sounds good. Will
It's
do.
good.
Who do you think in the New Hope Club is the best dancer?
Blake's got the moves. I feel like Blake's the best dancer. I mean, maybe when it comes to TikTok dancing, I might give him a run for his money because hashtag worst dance. But when it comes to like moves on stage, I'd say Blake Scott. He's pretty smooth. He's a smooth criminal.
I totally feel that. Smooth
Yeah.
Criminal, no Michael Jackson. So what is it like releasing a song in quarantine?
It's pretty weird. Obviously, I think just like anything we do in this period of time will be kind of historic because we'll always look back on it and be like, that was during that weird pandemic we all went through.
Yeah.
It's gonna be weird. Yeah, it's weird. I think we'll never look back on this song and not think of being stuck in quarantine. But you know, it's kind of nice to just bring some positivity and some happiness during this like weird and like kind of not depressing, but kind of just like it's kind of easy to get down every day doing nothing. But just when this release came along and we had the video and obviously all the TikTok dances and the duets and just like all the covers, it's just a lovely way for our fans and for just everyone to get involved in something and in a project that all together kind of brings everyone together when we feel so apart right now, which is it's nice.
Yeah, that's incredible. And what is one song that you've been listening to lately, besides Worse, obviously, that you've been listening to on repeat during the quarantine? Or, okay, that's a really hard question. If you don't have a
Yeah.
song, like, you can do like artist, album, genre.
I can't. Well, honestly, during this time, I've been listening to a lot of like nice, calm, like soulful, like kind of jazz music. Honestly,
Nice, yeah.
like so like Tom Misch just released an album that's just really nice to listen to, especially since it's been sunny in England. And Andy Shaw, his new album that he released before quarantine, it's really nice. I've been listening to a lot of playlists just to chill me out,
Mhm.
pretty much.
Me
What about
too.
you?
No, I have too. I listen to like jazz, like chill music just to like feel relaxed,
Yeah.
especially in this like crazy time. So I feel the same exact way. Um, but yeah, okay, last question that I've been
Okay.
asking that I'm going to be asking everyone. Okay, what was your favorite decade in the
Oh,
Worst video?
that's so difficult. I love them all. Okay, I'm gonna say the first one, 60s.
60s.
Just
Okay.
just because I enjoyed dressing up as like a cameraman and I got to work a real camera. I got to work on like a real camera and like as soon as they gave me that camera and they gave me like the control over it, I was just shooting everyone. Like I was literally everyone was on camera and let me tell you, nothing looks uncool on that camera. Once
Yeah.
you look through that little screen, everything looked incredible.
Yeah.
Like I
No,
thought
the
I
camera's
thought I was
legit.
amazing, but it was just the camera.
Yeah, that camera was like huge and like it was like a real like vintage
Yeah.
camera. That's insane.
It's mad.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. Well, thanks for talking with us and have so much fun with Bobby and Betty.
Thank you.
Can't forget Betty.
Thanks for interviewing me.
Yes,
Have
of
a
course,
good rest of your
anytime.
day.
I hope
All
to
right.
see you
Mwah.
soon.
Much love. Thank you.
Okay, so now we are going to interview Blake. All right, here we go. Oops, I just turned my camera around. Awkward. Okay, so Blake, whenever you're ready, we will go live together. Well, I hope you guys are doing really, really well. And I hope that you guys are feeling good in these crazy times. Just remember to take a deep breath. Everything's going to be okay. But yeah. Hey, Blake. If you want to hit the request button, we'll get this going. I know it's really hard to the concept of live videos is just really hard. And the concept of Zooming too, it's just like a lot, you know what I mean? There's like a little button that says request, then you hit request to be in video. Okay, let's see if it works. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. 41, 42, 43. So have you guys all seen the worst music video? Let me know your thoughts. And if you have, what was your favorite part? You have sent the request? Okay, let's see. There you are. Okay.
Hello?
Hey!
Why was that not working? That was so hard.
I don't know. This
I was
technology is just...
I did it straight away, then I ended, and then came back and requested again, and then again. And, well, here we are.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm going to close my blind a little bit. 2 secs.
Yeah.
It's very shiny in on me right now. Is that any better?
How have
There
you
we go.
been during the quarantine?
That is no better. I'm good. I'm good. It's been very, very fun to just be able to be, with families and stuff. It's kind of nice. That is kind of nice. But obviously, it's so weird. Like the whole thing is just so unusual. Like something obviously no one's ever been through before. So it's been nice though, to be able to just be with the family. Like I said, how have you enjoying it? Is it all right?
Yeah, it's been all right. It's been nice to spend time with family as well too, but yeah, it's definitely interesting. Just gotta take it one day at a time,
Exactly. One day at a time. I mean, every day's nearly the same, but one day at a time.
I don't know what day it is. I don't know how long we've been
I
in
literally
quarantine.
couldn't tell you what day it is right now. Right now, I could not tell you.
I don't know.
Monday? Is it Monday?
Yeah, I just see that it's Monday there, but that's the only reason why I know. If I didn't have technology, I literally would have no idea.
Oh, it was Monday or Tuesday. I wasn't sure. Went for Monday. There we go.
Oh, insane. Well, okay, so the worst music video is out, and it says produced by Blake. How did that happen? I feel like a lot of people don't even really know what producing is. How did you get into it? What does that entail?
Yeah, I've not really talked about it, to be fair. It basically means that you're the person behind the scenes that goes through all the budgets for the video and booking all the the art designers and the DPs and all the video, the guys that film it and all this kind of stuff. So
Wow.
that's kind of the job title. So I had to do stuff that I'd never done before and work with money like that and kind of things like that as well.
Wow.
It's kind of insane. And then obviously producer, obviously as well, you know, if you like produce a film, it means that you're putting like input in like the creative side of the whole thing. Like me and Bailey, you know, we wrote the concept for the video, and when you know, when we finally got the video that, well, you know, when we went into the editing room and like cut all the video together and then showed it to the boys, I think George talked about it just a bit earlier, like it was on his birthday and we came in, it was literally like 3 days after we'd been in filming it, and we were just so eager to get it cut. So we went in to show the boys, and we like, it was like late at night, and we put it on the TV, and like we like popped the champagne and then we put it on, and then we literally like every single day was just like, not every single day, like after it finished we were like from the top, and we just watched it like I'm so sorry, my phone's gone off. Yeah, we just watched it like so many times. The boys were so, like, it was so amazing, like to feel like the boys were proud of me as well, you know, of like the video I've sort of, you know, put together with Bailey, and then they were so happy with it. So it was a really nice feeling, I think, to just, you know, see that they were happy as well.
That's really awesome. That's a lot of hard work. Like, I can't imagine. So that's so incredible that you did that.
Yeah.
And also, I'm so curious. Oh, no, wait. What were you going to say? Sorry.
No, I was just agreeing.
Great. Okay. What was the process coming up with the music video? Like the music video concept? I'm really curious about that. Like, how did you come up with that?
I just really wanted to do something with different eras because, you know, me and the boys, you know, we're really into like old music, and we take inspiration from the 60s, 70s, 80s and 90s, and obviously modern day, but like that's mainly our focus on, like, you know, our morals a lot of the time and things like that, and like how, like, you know, like social media just shouldn't take over your life that much and all that kind of thing as well. And so I think we just, music wise, have always taken so much inspiration, and we've wanted to live that, and we've wanted to, you know, we always say that I wish I was born in this, like in the 50s so I could be like a 20-year-old in this in the 70s or whatever, you know. So it's always like kind of one of those things that we've wanted to do, so we try to just make that happen and relive it. And really cool to have like the wigs and all that kind of stuff. But
yeah, that's,
you know,
incredible.
Obviously though, the concept of the song is completely different to, you know, just going through eras. So that's when Bailey like really like put it all together in the sense of like, how can we make this relate to the song and all that. So she smashed that. That was all her.
Yeah, that's incredible. So going back before the music video, what was it like recording the song in the studio?
That was honestly, it was we like heard parts of this song that the label had, you know, come up with, and so we like had to listen to it, and we were in New York, and we wanted to work on this song and, you know, make it a New Hope Club song, and, you know, go in and write on it and make it what it was. And so we had like one day, like a connecting flight from LA to I don't even know where. We might have even been going back home, and we just went in for like 6 hours and finished writing it and recorded it all in one, and that was it.
Wow.
Yeah, it was fun. It was so proud of that song. Like really, really love it.
It's really good. It gets stuck in my head like all day, every day. It's so good.
That's a good
and
thing.
Also,
I'm sorry that it's a good thing.
No, don't apologize. Like when we were shooting the music video, like when you shoot music videos, you play the song over and over and over again. But like I never got tired of it once. Like it's so good.
You were so good in the video, by the way. Like when we were in the like watch it, always when I watch it, it's always, you make me laugh every time. It's like so good.
Thanks.
So good.
Okay, so you guys have played so many shows around the world. Like what is one that stands out to you? Like one show. I'm sure they're all incredible for different reasons, but just like one that really stood out to you.
Like they really all are so amazing. I mean, like the first show we like really put on sale that was like a see how this goes was like in 2018 when we did the Shepherd's Bush, which is like a theatre in the UK, and that like we did 2 nights and sold out, which is really, really ridiculous. But then the whole last year when we did the world tour was, which you joined on the US part of, that whole thing was so fun as well. Yeah, it's hard to say a favorite show because each show is different, you know.
Of course.
Special bits.
Yeah, I can imagine. That's so awesome. What is one thing on your bucket list for after the quarantine is over? Like as soon as they're like, it's over, like what is the one thing that you're like?
Honestly, like to get us all in the studio together and just like I've been writing so many songs and sending to the boys, and we've been writing together, and there's so much stuff that's, you know, like this sound I've got going in my head for the second album. I just like I've been producing it on the, you know, on my little laptop in my little home studio, but I can't wait to go into the studio with the boys and actually just flesh it out. And you know, because it's the second album, it's not going to be like the first album. It's a new direction, so very just excited to just get all my ideas out.
That's so exciting. I'm so excited to hear them. That's so sick.
Yeah, it should be fun. We'll have to
That's
see.
really cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so last question, which I'm asking everybody. What is your favorite decade? Like, what was your favorite decade from the music video?
That is such a hard question. Because, you know, in the 90s got to be Liam Gallagher, which is Oasis' dream. And then 80s I got to have a mullet. 70s I got to like Brian May, and 60s I got to, you know, be like a rock and roll kind of guy. So they're all so good. I think the Brian May outfit with like the big curls and the blue, I think that was just, I wish I could keep that outfit. So I'm going to say that just based on outfit.
Okay, awesome. That's incredible. Yeah. Well,
and
I can't
it was your famous scene as well, so has to be.
Yeah, well, thank you for talking with me, and it's so incredible that you produced the music video and you're like writing songs, and I can't wait to hear the new album, and like
we are very, very excited for everyone to hear it. Yeah.
Yay. Okay, well, I hope that you stay safe.
Thank you so much for doing this as well.
And I hope to see you soon.
Amazing presenter.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks.
All right, well,
see you soon.
See you soon. Bye-bye.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so next we're going to interview Bailey, who directed the music video and also starred in it. And don't worry, I'm going to be saving this live. So for those of you who who didn't join us for George, Reese, or Blake, this will all be saved. So don't worry about it. Okay, so next is going to be Bailey. Bailey Madison. Okay, I'm adding her. Okay.
Hi.
Hey. How are you?
I'm good. You're killing it. I'm like smiling.
Thanks.
Like I've watched the whole thing. It's made me so happy.
Thanks. Trying.
No, you're so good. You're so good.
How are you doing?
Everybody? I'm good. Yeah, it's it's been so nice, I think, for all of us when the video dropped, because obviously we're all in our houses right now and everything's so different and strange, and it's been nice to have something that's made all of us really happy and excited to look forward to and talk about. So and I'm happy to see you virtually, so it works out. If I can't see you in person, I'll see you over Radio Disney's Instagram any day.
Exactly. Okay, well, talk about the music video and how did you get involved, and like what was the whole process like?
Oh man. Well, obviously, you know, Blake and George and Reese are thankfully now really dear friends of mine and close humans in my life. But beyond that, I've been a supporter of them and the band for literally, I think, since they started, when I like discovered them, right, as everyone was discovering them. And so we became really close over the last year, and I got an email from their team saying they're getting ready to do this new music video. Would you want to be in it again? And I kind of just assumed it was going to be a no, so I didn't even respond. I was just like, what would you guys think about that? And then Blake turned to me and said, I know you've been wanting to direct. What if we could all support each other and do this together? Which was the loveliest thing to hear. And I was like, all right, let's do this. And so from that moment on, it just kind of all started. And I couldn't think of more, you know, wonderful humans to have gotten to have this chance to do it with than them. And just to kind of have that support on both ends is a lovely thing. So I'm very grateful, and I had the best time.
That's awesome. And I touched on this a little bit with Blake before, as you probably saw, but like, how did the concept happen? And like, how did that come about?
It honestly happened so quickly. I think he said, do you want to direct this? And I was like, all right, if they'll let me, let's do this.
Mm.
I don't even think we got approval from the label or anyone on the team saying, yes, Bailey can do it. And we just went ahead and started writing the concept because we were like sorry, my battery. If we come up with something great, then maybe they'll say yes. And so, you know, Blake and George and Reese obviously are such lovers of music as a whole and have such appreciation for music throughout, you know, the decades and artists. And that's a big part of who they are and how they write and when they create things. And so I think for Blake, they've never done anything like that. So he turned to me at dinner and he was like, what if we did like all the eras like at once in one video? And on my end, I was like, that would be great. And how can we use that concept and that idea to put a video out there that isn't necessarily what you would expect when you hear a song like this? Because I feel like, you know, a song in this kind of vein about something ending or about something going bad, you know, there's the initial easy music video idea. And so I think with this our new sound for the boys, it was how can we take this and elevate it slightly and make it different and something that their fans haven't seen before either, you know, which is something that they haven't been able to do before either. And so all around, I think we were all very excited. But we wrote the treatment and everything, which was so fun. And
Yeah, that's so incredible. What was it like directing for the first time?
it was so nerve-wracking.
I bet. I can't even imagine.
Oh man, it's been a dream of mine for so long, and I had always said, I don't care in what aspect it is, if it's for a TV show or if it's for a film or a short or a music video, I would love to have that chance to. But the support was obviously so lovely. I mean, I was able to have this, you know, this journey and go through it with friends of mine, you know, and from the support of George and Reese, and also, you know, creatively have a partner in Blake who was so hands-on with all of it as well, and the vision that he had and that the guys had for it. And then on the day of filming, I was able to have you show up, who like stayed all day and supported throughout the whole process of filming. And I had, you know, old friends of mine from Wizards that they had grown up watching, and they were like, do you think they'll do it? And I was like, I'll ask them. And they said yes. And so it was, you know, it was obviously, as a woman as well, who has a lot of, you know, guys around, you get like a lot of people in suits and a lot of people who are kind of waiting for this to go wrong. It was just a lot of like prayers and hopefully this is, you know, it's done right. And obviously, you know, not just for myself putting my name on something, but for the guys, because I'm a fan of theirs as well. I wanted them to be happy and I didn't want to let them down either. So really just kind of huddled in with the troop and, you know, tried to stand firm on the vision and on the idea. But was so grateful for the love that I had through it all.
Well, you did such an incredible job with it, and I feel like everyone can just tell from the music video like how much hard work and like passion you put into it, and how like amazing it came out. Like even just watching the whole process happen, like you seriously were so incredible. So like you should be so proud. Of course.
Thank you. You killed it. You make us laugh every single time. It was so great. It was so great.
Thanks. Is there anything funny that happened on set, like, or like an awkward moment or like a blooper, like
man,
went wrong?
I mean, an awkward moment was probably like flirting with everybody in the band. I mean, that was like, my friends, and I'm like, all right, so if you just want to, you know, Blake's like, just hold her like a little tighter, you know, like, I mean, that was funny enough in itself for all of us. And it was like, I'm so sorry. Like, you're one of my really good friends. Like, this is so weird. So that was awkward and funny. But I would say just overall, you know, getting to be a part of something for the first time and standing back in moments and trying to ground myself and appreciate and soak in every moment, you know, it was less than a 12-hour day. We had, you know, from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, modern day, we had all of that to film in one setting. We're throwing wigs on, we're taking them off quickly, we're doing an 80s makeup, back to the 70s, back to the 80s. I mean, it was a massive idea and a massive effort to try and make this happen. And everybody was just down to do it and down to work. And so for me, I think on the day and all before, everything that led up to this, all the phone calls till 6 o'clock in the morning or 2 a.m. and emails. And, you know, there's so much that people watching the video don't realize that goes into something like this. And it was a long effort from a lot of people. So I'm just really proud of what the guys did and what we were all able to do together. And
Yeah.
I'm happy that it's finally out, but it was special.
That's incredible. And then just in the quarantine, is there anything that you suggest, like anything that you've watched that you recommend, or
Oh,
besides the music video, like obviously, but
I've been watching so much reality TV.
like what? Me too.
like I'm out of shows at this point. I mean, I watched Tiger King, I watched
Yep.
Love is Blind, you know,
Yep.
Next
Me
in
too.
Fashion. But I just started the show called Episodes on Netflix. That's been fun. But I would
Okay.
say the big thing is we're all watching TV, you know, we're all kind of huddling in and staying home. But, you know, if you're able to stay home and you're able to wear your mask and stay 6 feet apart, do get some fresh air. I get myself in funks where I forget how much I need that. And I'll just try and sit outside for a few minutes during the day and just get some air. And it's crazy how much it mentally helps me as well. And I've just been trying to cook a little bit too. I haven't cooked. I used to cook really well, and I kind of lost my touch. So that's been therapy
Nice.
for me too.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, and then last question that I've been asking everybody: what is your favorite decade that you found?
So this is why it's hard, because I have friends pretty much in every single decade that were a part of this. So like the 60s, you know, Maddie Ziegler was in it, and that was so special. So, but I would say it's between two. I would say the 80s was so fun for me because it was really when everybody was together. You know, Reese was in it too, George was in it, Blake was in it, everyone from Wizards, you, and everyone was together. But from a directing standpoint, the 90s was my favorite.
Yeah.
It was just so fun for me to get out of the shot. I was like
Yeah.
so happy to leave and go behind the camera and be like, peace out, go kill it, guys. And I just remember like when because it was all done in a one shot. It was a steady cam, and I was so thrilled to have it shot in a steady, and I was so kind of firm and wanting it to be played like that. And so they do the push back and the pull out, and I just would like run away from the camera and watch the monitor. And it was just so fun to see, you know, Blake and George and Reese just in their element and absolutely smashing it. It was like, I honestly got goosebumps, and I was like, now we have a video. It was in that moment watching the 90s that I was like, there's the video. So selfishly, I just love the 90s.
Yeah, that's awesome. Oh yeah, it's the best era for sure.
It was fun.
Yeah, well, congratulations on everything, and I hope that you're proud of it because it's really, really incredible.
Thank you.
And I think everyone agrees on that.
I hope so. You know, the guys and me are really happy with it, and you know, it's always scary putting something out in the world, but it's lovely to see the people that have responded to it. So we're grateful, and thank you for being a part of it. And
of course,
all the love
anytime.
always. We love you, and I can't wait to see you once this whole thing is over.
Thank you. I know. I can't wait to see you too.
I know. All right, give Maria and Robin and Bart my love, and
Will do.
You're killing it.
Oh
Hey,
wait,
hold on. Wait, my puppy just woke up. He says bye. Goodbye.
Oh my god.
I know. Okay. Bye. See you later. Bye, guys.
Okay, amazing. So now we have Maria. I'm so excited to talk to her. It's going to be incredible. If I ever see your face again, it will be hard. Okay, she just needs to request, and then we'll be good. How are you guys feeling? Feeling good? Feeling nice? All right. Not sure if Maria is here yet, but also if Bart and Robbie are here too, Robin, then we could also request them as well if they're available. Either works. Oh, amazing. Here we go. Hi! How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good.
This is so cool.
I know. How have you been?
I've been hanging in there. Yeah. I thought I'd do this outside because it's such a beautiful day and everybody's been cooped up, so it's nice to be out.
Yeah, might as well take advantage of the good weather as much as you can.
Yes. How are you?
I'm great. Okay, so the worst music video. There was an incredible Wizards reunion. How long had it been since you guys saw each other?
Oh gosh, different times for different people. But it had been over a year for sure.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So really wonderful. We were all catching up and showing each other pictures, and David Henry's adorable little baby girl. We were all looking at pictures of her. I was showing them my daughters are now teenagers, and when we did this show, they were so little, and so they've seen them grow, and you know how fast they grow during those years. So they were like, "Oh my gosh, your girls are so grown!" And Jennifer is a nurse as well as an actress. It was so cool. It was really. And David DeLuise got married. I didn't know he had gotten married.
That's incredible.
Yeah, because I was going to tell you something funny when, I'm not so great at like keeping up with like the technology of social media. Like, I'm living life and I'm not as knowledgeable about what's going on. So anyway, I don't check my messages that much. So I was doing right before the whole pandemic thing happened, I was doing a Comic-Con and in Florida, because I also do voice work, and I did Hawk Girl on Justice League, and that's like a big deal. People love that. And I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm going to do these Comic-Con things. I've done a couple and they're so fun. I'm going to go ahead and get a booking agent and do more of them. Right. So at dinner, the booking agent for CelebWorks, he's amazing. He was helping me learn how to properly like do a Instagram story and how to check messages. And I had 46 messages that I hadn't seen. And I was like, oh, that's how you do it. So I'm like going through all these messages and I see a few names of people I know, not just fans. And I see Bailey Madison 1 week ago. And I said, oh, I know Bailey. What is she asking? What is she talking to me about? And it says, hi, Maria. Haven't seen you in a while. I think we saw each other at a restaurant or at a Radio Disney event. Like, it had been a year. And she said, I have a request. I'm directing a music video for my sweetheart. Or she said boyfriend, but I like to say sweetheart. And she said, would you like to be in it? And I was like, oh my gosh. And I answered her. I said, Bailey, I'm sorry I don't check these things. And I'm sorry I'm late, but that sounds fun. I'd love to do it. So if I hadn't checked, then maybe she wouldn't have gotten a hold of me and I wouldn't have known. I don't know, but I'm so glad that I got to be part of it. I would do anything Bailey asks me.
Yeah.
But the fact that it was for New Hope Club and that they're so good was like a major blessing for me to be part of it. It was really great. I had a great time.
That's really, really incredible. Do you think that there's ever going to be like a Wizard reboot? I know everyone always asks about that all the time, but.
Well, I used to be like kind of doubtful because everybody's taken off doing their own things. But the last 6 months, I'm thinking, you know what? There are a lot of reboots or reunions happening. We never got to do like the big feature film one that we kind of were hoping would happen. The fans really, really want it. And I think if Selena has an opening in her schedule, because I know she's so busy, and everybody else has openings and are desiring of doing it, I really am more optimistic than ever that we can do it. And I know that Todd Greenwald, the creator of our show, has really cool ideas for the reunion. Or a reboot is when you continue doing the series, right?
Yeah. So just like one.
Well, if I want to be super ambitious here, that would be amazing if we did a whole reboot. But I'd be happy with a reunion movie.
Yeah.
But I know that Todd has like a lot of really cool ideas for the future of the retelling of the show.
That's incredible. That would be, so I feel like everyone would love that so much. And the Wizards movie is like one of my favorite DComs of all time. It's so incredible.
Well, you know, our director said at the table read, he said, I am just going to tell you that I want this to be the best DCOM ever. And I was like, wow. He's like, okay, I'm in. I like that. He had that kind of ambition for it, and I think that's great. So thank you for loving it. A lot of people loved it. I love doing it. I love that we shot it at the same hotel where my husband proposed to me.
No way.
Years prior. Yeah, in Puerto Rico we shot it. And so all of the main scenes were at the Caribe Hilton. And that's where, and our daughters were little. Now they're 16 and 14. But they were little, and I said, guess what? This right here, because they came with us. I said, this where we're shooting these scenes is where Daddy proposed to Mommy. Isn't that cool? They loved it. They thought it was so romantic.
That's insane. It like all comes full circle. Wow.
Totally.
What was your favorite look in the worst music video?
Oh, I have to say, I really like the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
That funky dress for my cameo as Bailey's assistant. I love doing that.
Yes.
I thought my dress was really cool. I loved Bailey's hair, you know, that.
Yes,
that
the wig.
That whole feathered look, you know, is something I still love.
Yes, incredible.
And I thought you looked adorable in that yellow jumpsuit.
Thank you.
Right? You wore the yellow jumpsuit.
Yes.
I loved the way you looked. And it was just a lot of, it's all fun, you know. And I have to say, I was really impressed with the professionalism of Bailey, her leadership abilities. I mean, she's 20, right?
Yeah.
And she was leading and free, and she was a great director. She was trusting her instincts. And the guys were so cool, the way they would, you know, I've been on a lot of sets and I've seen a lot of pros, and the way that they talk to each other when they're collaborating, if there is confidence in the vision and in the artistic goal, it affects the entire room.
Oh, yeah.
If there is nervousness, distrust, any kind of competitiveness or animosity, it affects all the actors in the room. And like, I remember like on the set of Curb Your Enthusiasm, seeing Larry David, when I worked on that show, seeing Larry David working with his producers, it was like they were like thick as thieves, buddies, and you felt the trust. Well, there's a plane going by. Can you still hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Well, that was many years ago, and I remember that feeling as an actor, loving how, you know, Jeff Garlin, full circle, Jeff Garlin was on Wizards, right? He was on
insane.
So anyway, I remember Jeff Garlin, who also went to the University of Miami years prior. I had to say that because I'm much younger than he is. So I also went to the University of Miami. Anyway, so I remember that, it's just registering that vibe. Like they would come up with something funny, and Larry David would say, "Does that work, or should I do the other thing?" They were like, "Oh, that was great. Do that thing. Oh, it was so great." And they're all laughing, and you know, their private jokes, and it was just really great. And I remember having that same vibe, feeling that, loving that camaraderie that Bailey had with the guys and with her DP. And I thought, oh, this is going to be good. Like, you know, it's going to be good already. You have the feeling when you see the concept and you see the storyline, and you know that the band is super talented and the song is great. Like, the material is great. But then in the executing of it is when you really get the feeling as an actor. And I was like, oh, this is going to be great. Bailey was she was in her element. And I was like, wow.
She really was.
I was so impressed with her. She knew what she was doing, and I'm excited for the future, and maybe I'll be in one of Bailey's feature films.
Yes, exactly. So last question, which I've been asking everybody, what is your favorite decade of the music video? I know you were in the 80s and also the 70s, but just watching it, like, you had a favorite, or?
Watching it, the 70s.
The 70s, yeah.
That's when all the intrigue happens. That's when
exactly, yeah.
That's when, you know, and it's so cool that Bailey chose to be such a bad girl, because she's like the sweetest person ever. And you know, there's a lot of people that are sweet, but you kind of feel like they're not really sweet. They're just, that's the way you're supposed to be. No, Bailey is really sweet. She really is an optimistic, grateful, lovely little person, and she always has been since she was 10 years old on the set. So it was really cool to see her play the girl living the dual life.
Yes. Yeah,
And,
really.
and let me tell you something, the guys, the acting, Blake was phenomenal.
I know.
And George, I know a lot of people are talking about George, and I have to admit, he was sensational. You know, we got some big radio guys. What does he say? Radio guys up front?
Yeah, we got some radio
We got some real
guys.
radio guys up front, so we have to really bring it, or something like that. I don't remember. And you know, Reese didn't get so many lines, you know, but he was terrific too, you know, because that's even harder to have that, you know, when he was the camera guy and all that. I was like, oh, this is great, because sometimes when a musician is not a great actor, it takes you out of it. But they were so good that they actually pulled me deeper into it, where it wasn't just a music video, it was a dramatic scene. I thought it was great. And I saw the video where they share their first impressions when they watch it.
Yes, yeah.
And I did see some comments where people were like really impressed with their acting, especially with George. And I couldn't agree more. I thought they were just terrific.
Yeah.
And you were lovely too, darling.
Thank you.
The way you did this thing.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
It was
Thank
great.
you. Well,
You're
I hope that you are safe in this quarantine, that you keep continuing to be healthy and happy. You look amazing. So yeah, I hope to see you soon, and thank you so much for talking to me.
Thank you. This was fun, sweetheart. You take care of yourself as well.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Amazing. Okay, so I'm afraid that it's going to expire because after a certain amount of time it goes, but we have one more guest. So it's going to be incredible. We have Bart Johnson and Robin Lively, our last guest. It's going to be incredible. Okay, let's see if I can find it. Okay. Okay, found him. Let's go.
Oh,
Hi.
ah, we did
You're
it.
outside too. Let's go.
Well, you know, we thought we were having a little breakfast thing, so kind of like, got all our
That's
props set up, and
incredible.
hey.
Yeah.
Well, cheers.
I had
Let's
a
talk.
pancake too, but I finished it, so.
Hi,
That's awesome.
Meg. Good to see you.
Hi, good to see you
This is really what I drink in the morning.
too. Nice.
What I do.
That's awesome.
Great
so one of
interviews. We've enjoyed the show.
The best reaction from the Oh, incredible.
We're having volume issues. Okay, there we go. I think we're good. Okay. What was that, Meg?
You good?
Hi. Yes, we're good.
Okay, amazing. No, one of the best reactions that I've seen from the video is everyone in the comments calling out Coach Bolton. It's so incredible how much of an impact you've had on people. Like what was it like working on, I mean, I'm sure you've gotten this question like 1,000 million times, but like, I just want to know for myself, what was it like working on High School Musical? Because it changed my life and it changed so many other people's lives. Like, it's my childhood. What was it like working on it?
Well, I mean, it was amazing, but you know, it was a little film that we didn't know anyone would see. Matter of fact, I knew Kenny Ortega, who made the movie, from Newsies, like way back in the day when he directed Newsies.
Wow.
Yes, I go way back, like, you know, and like Gene Kelly was on the set. I was like, I mean, it's forever ago.
Your mom did that.
My mom was his hairstylist. So,
No way.
Forever. So I've known him forever. What? Oh, she did Newsies. Yeah, she did here on Newsies. She did she did a musical TV series with Kenny Ortega. Nobody knows this, but it was called Whole High. And it was before its time. I mean, it was an awesome musical. and nobody got to see it. It was just before it would have been amazing. So I knew Kenny from back then, and then just kind of like, you know, he was nice enough to be always supportive of my career and known what I'm up to. And then when he was shooting High School Musical, he called me and said, hey, listen, we're making this little movie. It doesn't have a name yet. We're just calling it High School Musical as a working title. We'll figure out the name later. It's a little movie. No one's ever going to see it, but it's going to be awesome. We're going to have a blast. We're going to shoot in Utah. I know you love it up there. Like, it's going to be great. You want to go? I was like, send me in. I'm going. Let's go. So we had no idea. And then when we were shooting movie, I mean, the kids are great. Like, everybody on the show, the cast was awesome. But it was a little movie, and it was just a few $1 million that movie. And I remember we were shooting. There was this one particular scene we were shooting. Stick the Status Quo, and my wife's like, speed it up. It's getting boring.
No,
like,
no.
Let me ask that question for the next hour. Okay, so these are my story. We're shooting Status Quo, and like it was like so big and so like kind of magical, and like we were all watching. We're like, this isn't a little movie. You know, you start to feel like still had no idea. Like nobody had a clue, but anyway, it was a blast. It was exciting.
No, that's so incredible. It's so cool to hear about it, like from the inside, because like, yeah, High School Musical is like everything to me. Okay, and then Robin, also you did a movie with Bailey. Is that how you guys got involved with the Worst music video?
Yeah, we did this movie 10 years ago. She was only 10.
She was 10?
Yes. She was
Wow.
so special, honestly. Like, I don't have enough words to express how much I love this girl. And from the moment we met and we did that film, I was like, she's the most special human being. And so I'm so happy that we're still, you know, connected. I just adore her.
That was down
Yeah.
where was
Florida.
it? Down Florida, yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
I
wow.
got visited down there. She's just a cute little
Oh
kid.
my gosh. So talented.
So
too.
good, so talented.
Seriously. What was your guys' favorite moment working on Worst? Like, I know you guys reunited with like so many people that you guys knew, I feel like, and like how was that? Like how was working with Bailey and working with everything?
You want to take
Can't
that
really
one?
hear.
Oh, just how it was.
It was so much fun. It didn't feel like work at all. I mean, we got there and we're like, oh my gosh, and so many old friends. And it was just such a wonderful vibe on set, you know, that Bailey created. And we
didn't have a clue, right? We didn't know. Like I didn't know. Like we showed up and I was like, David DeLuise, hey! Like I'll go way back with him. And Maria, like I know Maria. My very first job when I got off the boat here in Hollywood, I was 21 years old. I did this movie called Mi Familia with Maria. It was like J-Lo was in it. Like, you know, it's like, I think it was maybe her first film too.
And
So,
David Henry did that
David Henry,
short
yeah,
that I
we were working
did.
with him. And
David Henry directed a short that I was in. So it was just like a huge reunion party for all of us.
It's
having
really-
so much fun.
it's fun. It's fun when you've been around for a little bit, you know, and then you show up on a set. It's like, you know, so many people and you got stories and catching up. It's just, it's a blast.
Yeah, that's incredible. How have you guys been keeping busy in the quarantine? I know it's such a crazy time, but like how have you been keeping positive? Like how have you been passing the time?
Well, we did something really smart. We're like, what should we do for the kids? Like, we're going to keep them active and outside. And idea, right? Until our oldest son broke his toe. And we're like, what were we thinking? Oh my gosh, what were we thinking?
Yeah,
And
so
that's
he's like
just
walking around in a big
oh,
cast
no.
now.
It's so bad. But it was a really good idea.
No.
It's a great looking half pipe.
Oh,
you
no.
want to see it? I'm gonna show it to him. Hang on, I'm gonna see it. Hopefully you guys don't lose service. I'll show you. I'm really proud of this half pipe. You know, I feel like we did some really nice construction here. Here it is.
Oh my goodness, that's incredible.
Not bad, right? So, you know, I mean, we're lucky. We live in Burbank, and we've got like we kind of have a mountain in our backyard. So like
Oh,
this
wow.
this is our backyard here. So we
Oh my god, that's beautiful.
yeah, it's thanks. So we got like, you know, we got motorcycles and bikes and that kind of
Lots and lots of dangerous things.
lots of stuff.
Lots
Yeah. We did not go to the hospital, by the way. We went to an orthopedic surgeon. Did not take up any room in the hospital. Didn't do that.
Awesome. That's incredible. Okay, well, last question, which I've been asking everybody. What was your favorite decade to be in? I know you guys were in the 80s bit, but just watching the music video, like what was your favorite decade?
The 50s, I mean, it's all really cool, right? By the way,
Really cool.
Blake, Reese, and George, we didn't know them before this. Love them, super talented. Now we're like big
Oh my
fans. Think they're
gosh.
so great,
So
I
amazing.
know they're
So
incredible.
talented.
so great. And it was fun to see the different eras. I mean,
I
I
will
love
definitely
80s.
say we were obviously going to say the 80s, but I got to tell you the funniest thing really quick. We were like, oh yeah, it's an 80s era, so dress up like 80s, and so I start like getting all my clothes on and getting ready, and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know how to dress as like an adult in the 80s. I only know how to dress as like a teenager in the 80s. How do we do this? I was like, do I look totally ridiculous? I mean,
For those of you guys that don't know, Robin was in like a million movies in the 80s, like Teen Witch. A lot of people know she played Teen Witch in the Teen Witch movie. And
Wow.
Not Quite Human, and a bunch of movies with like Corey Feldman, Corey Haim, like awesome. So it's like she knows the 80s really, really
we
well.
love the 80s. We love the 80s music too. We play it all the time.
I wasn't even acting in the 80s, but I loved it. 80s is the best, man. Matter of fact, I feel so bad for everybody that doesn't know like good 80s music,
Oh my
man. It's
God.
the best.
Yes.
The best.
Thompson
It is the best.
You know,
man.
man. A lot of people do know. I gotta say, kids these days, like we've got kids and they know 80s, and we're always a little bit surprised. Like, how do you know that? But it's good.
Oh, yeah.
This gives me hope for the future generation.
Exactly. It's like the parents like will listen to good music, then the kids will listen to good music, and then they'll pass it on and pass it on and pass it on. So the music will never die. 80s will live on forever.
It will never
Yeah.
die. I got into TikTok. Well, that's one of the things because it's totally age appropriate for me. I got into TikTok during the quarantine. It's been really fun. I was thinking about doing a whole like 80s run of like 80s dances and music and stuff.
You totally should.
Giving back,
What is,
giving back to this generation that needs
What
it.
is your favorite sound on TikTok? Like favorite dance, favorite, like what have you been doing on TikTok?
Well, I did a High School Musical one, like Ashley Tisdale did one, so I copied it,
Yes.
and then Vanessa copied her with her version, and then so I copied it kind of with my version of her, so we kind of did this little thing,
Yeah.
and it kind of got me hooked. I grew up like dancing and like in musical dance theater, so it's kind of like it kind of that's kind of a tough thing, man. When I was doing High School Musical, like I grew up in theater, dance, like did like hip hop dance and like all this stuff in my youth. And then I get this movie. I finally get a musical movie, and they're like, "Okay,
And
you stand on the sidelines, and all the boys get to dance." I'm like, man, that
and
ain't
you just
right.
watch like
That
the
ain't
whole
right.
time.
Yeah, and most of those guys didn't sing or dance. I'm like, but I actually sing and dance, man. Let me
Like,
in.
put me in. Put me in.
Put me in.
That's incredible. That's so great. Wow, that's so cool. It was incredible talking to you guys. Thank you so much for talking to me. I'm so honored.
It's a pleasure.
And you were so good in the video.
You were so great. Love the
Thank
video.
you.
Just love.
So much fun.
You guys
Yeah.
were so good in the video.
Bailey does such a great job. It's so nice to have an actor
Totally
directing. It was
crushed
so
it.
cool. Thanks all the fans. I
Incredible.
see all these like really incredible, nice comments. Hi.
Yeah.
What's up, all my Wildcats out there? Got to pay homage to my people. I love my Wildcats so much. Like, really, really, love
That's
you guys.
so cool. Awesome. Yeah, it's so great to meet you. I just need to tell you, when the High School Musical 3 came out and it was in theaters, I was like 10, 11 maybe, and I was the first one online. I got there like 2 hours before the movie opened. I had all my merch on. I like had everything.
Yes.
I was like bawling my eyes out when like the curtain closed and they do like the jump thing. Like
Right.
I was like in it. I had like High School Musical themed birthdays. Like
no
I
way.
dressed like Gabriella. Like the whole 9 yards.
I need to see some pictures of that.
That's so cute.
Yes, I definitely will get some. But yeah, thank you so much for like being a part of my childhood.
Oh man, love to hear that you're one of my Wildcats. Love
Thanks.
that.
Always. Wildcats forever.
We're all in this together, guys. We are all in this together.
All this exactly.
The theme of the movie has never been more important than right now.
Exactly. Seriously. It's so incredible. But yeah, thank you for talking with me, and I hope to see you guys soon.
Hope so.
Be
Thanks.
safe.
Bye, everybody. Bye, man.
Bye. That was so cool. Okay. Thank you guys so much for being on here with me. For an hour-long little talk sesh about the music video Worst. So if you guys haven't heard the song or haven't seen the music video, you can go on New Hope Club, any of their social media, on their YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and the link for the music video is there. You guys have to watch it. It has so many incredible people, and I'm going to save this so you guys can watch it and screen record it and watch the interview over and over again. Hopefully I did an okay job. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I tried my best. And yeah, I love these people so much, especially George, Reese, Blake, Bailey. They are like the most incredible down to earth people ever. And I'm so happy to call them my really good friends. I can't wait to see them after the quarantine's over. And it was such an honor talking to Maria and Bart and Robin, who were huge parts of my life growing up as a kid. So yeah, thank you so much for having me. And don't forget to watch Worse and listen to Worse. I love you guys so much. Be safe and be healthy, and wash your hands and keep a safe distance away from each other. Bye.